Everyone, we're Chris and Sandy with the Customized Ride, where we spotlight the builders, the dreamers, and enthusiasts within the car community who keep it alive. And today we're excited to have a special guest with us. Who do we have?
We've got Robert Rakes Parrish with us today, Mississippi classic truck guy and founder of Emerald Coast Cruizin. He's been wrenching since 15 and now owns one of the Southeast's coolest car events, celebrating 20 years this November.
So welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to believe 20 years.
Yes.
That's what this is, though, see.
So in that 20 years, I mean, I imagine the car community has changed a lot. What's changed the most, you think?
In the car community?
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of the younger people getting involved and seeing them still like some of the old cars. That's what I really enjoy seeing, So, yeah.
Yes.
Do you think a lot of that has to do with like Facebook? Because as you know, with social media now, it ain't like in our day where you would have to learn from friends where the next event is. You can easily just log into Facebook and bam, they're all there.
I know, and see, it is. That is true. But now, too, they're building today's muscle. I mean, you look at these new Camaros. I mean, gosh, there's more power in those than what we thought we had back in the 60s. And so some of this today's muscle, and we do allow them in our show. We ask them to do 5 different modifications. We don't, but yeah, I mean, we'll see a lot of stuff like that. But yeah, you're right.
So tell us about Emerald Coast Cruizin.
Well, Emerald Coast Cruizin, you couldn't have a better place to have it. Panama City Beach. I mean, it's so easy when you walk up to a couple and you start passing out a flyer, and the woman's like, Panama City Beach. Yeah, I look at cars all the time. You can go out there. But we see so many women involved with our show because they love the venue. They love being at the beach. Of course, the guys do too. But then we're right beside Margaritaville and Pier Park. And this November, you'll see a lot of the women. We're shuttling them over to Pier Park. Mm-hmm. They go over and do their Christmas shopping. So there's so many gifts we see piled beside their cart ride at the show. But anyway, they're over there Christmas shopping. So everybody's having a good time. And in this Emerald Coast Cruizin, it's fun for the whole family because there's a kids part there. We do a lot of stuff for the kids there. And so, yeah, it's just a fun event down at Panama City Beach, world's most beautiful beach.
It's funny you said that about how people, when they say Panama City, when I was putting some of the flyers in cars at our local car show recently, you'd have spectators ask, what is that? And I would tell them, I want a flyer. And then they'll look at it. And I was like, in 2 weeks, we'll be at the Emerald Coast Cruizin in Panama. And they said, Panama City, I might have to go.
Yes, you're right. Yeah, that's different than a stadium in Columbus, Ohio, or something, or in Michigan in the winter or something, But no, nothing against that. I go to those, but I'm just saying. But the beach, everybody wants a reason to go,
And you can't ask for a better time, with hotels right now because it's not their peak season. The rates are lower than they normally are.
Rates are good right now.
That's why we look at November. It just wouldn't. I mean, we do a spring show, which is the 1st of the spring, 1st of March. But during any other time of year, having all of those cars with all that traffic down there, it just wouldn't work, So November is our time. It's actually what we call a big kid spring break, for the hot rods, So yeah.
So tell us how Emerald Coast Cruizin got started.
How we started is I built hot rods and I always traded them and carried them to different shows, traded them back and forth. And I had been working on a truck so ready to go. And we were going to go to an event and it got canceled. And so we were trying to decide what to do. So a bunch of us decided, we'll just ride on down to Panama City Beach. So we went, our first year, we kind of didn't know that we were starting a car show, but we had 305 cars our first year. And a lot of vendors showed up. And from then on, we thought, well, hey, this is, we need to start doing this. And so we doubled the next year, then 800 the third year. And so, it just kept growing, so it just kind of happened.
So how many are you expecting this year?
We're hoping to bust that 3,000. we've been having, I think our biggest year was last November, maybe 2,800. So, but we're way up on registration, and as long as this weather holds out, and please, everybody, don't watch the Weather Channel, don't watch the far off news. Stay focused with us and the local channels, because if it's raining down the beach, it's never usually raining where we are, So, but as long as and the weather looks great now, we've been looking at the long forecast, so we should hit that 3,000 there this year.
In the Florida weather, people don't understand it, is it could say 60-70% chance of rain, and you'll get a rain, and it's hard rain for 5 minutes, and then it's
gone.
Right. And then it's gone. And the good thing about it, where we are, we've got the turf is like a golf green. They've really spent a lot of money on this, updating it more, so it's not all mud and sand and stuff like that. If we did get a light rain, it's not bad, and we got plenty of places to get under. But yeah, you're exactly right. Usually in Florida, if you do get a rain, it's gone in no time, So
a lot of people, they see the glory in running a car show like you do, but they don't see the grind, the sacrifice, the tears it takes to run any type of car show, but especially at your level. And a lot of people don't. I think this is the most important part that we need to talk about, because people don't hear this part. So take a few moments and just tell us about what it's really like running this massive car show.
You're exactly right, Chris. I've had so many people want me to do one here, do there. We work, when I see my wife, she handles a lot of stuff for the show and stuff. She's constantly doing books, paperwork, and keeping everything up, answering the phones, booking stuff on it. So, and then I'm doing the other parts of it. So it's a 24/7 a lot of times, especially starting about August. We're just slamming and jamming, because it's November. Now we can always add more people helping, but we try to keep it, and then have our staff there. But it's a job to put this on, as far as making sure everybody's got what they want, their packages, their information, and so forth. And it's just, you're on the phone all the time, So yeah.
And of course, nowadays, I think another struggle that a lot of car show people didn't have years ago is because of social media, you have everybody wanting to come as media.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's right. Everybody's got a question. Hey, I just need to ask you a question, if you don't mind. And then I love hearing it. I love hearing all the stories of everybody's cars. I really do. But sometimes once you leave this car, you got to hear the whole build of this one and who had it before he had it and this and that. So you hear lots and lots of stories and stuff on it. But I enjoy it. I wouldn't be doing it if I didn't,
Yeah.
So as you know, a lot of people see you, but they don't see the team behind you. In our opinion, teams never get any love. So take a few moments, just tell us, I know it's you and your wife, but are there other people that are part of your team that helps you keep this thing
yeah. And I'm constantly calling on them. Of course, my team will be down there. They all have other jobs and stuff on it, and they work with a lot of other events. But yeah, I'm constantly relying on them to go put out the literature for me somewhere, or I have something else I need. Matter of fact, when we get off the phone here, I've got a guy coming to help me get my motorhome out, that he is a staff member of the show, because I don't want to back out on the highway with this big thing and a few cars coming. So anyway, he's going to watch. But no, you're exactly right. But I'm going to tell you what I look at Emerald Coast Cruizin and is like a family reunion. When you see Emerald Coast Cruizin, there's so many. Some people don't come but once a year, or some people don't even get a chance to get out or take a vacation. So this is their time of year. They come hang out with their friends. The whole group you come see, they're just having a blast out there. They're all together at nights. They're going out and eat and stuff on it. So it is. It's like a family reunion, and we've become family because 20 years of seeing these people, which we've added new each year, but. Of course, and the sad thing, we lose a lot each year, but yeah, it's just a fun thing, and we can enjoy our cars, enjoy the beach, and see each other.
Yeah, that's like last year was our first time attending and covering the show, and it definitely, as you know, won't be our last because we love the show.
We love it.
But it was an accident that happened because it was another show we were supposed to cover in October in Florida. and hurricane comes through, so they had to move that one, so we couldn't cover that one. I was like, well, we still wanted to cover a show in Florida, and around that same time, and of course, Facebook, if you talk about something, they're going to pop up, and all of a sudden Emerald Coast Cruizin pops up in my thread as
That's how you discovered
and I was
it.
like, I never heard.
We're marketing you real hard, okay? But no, yes. And speaking of marketing, thanks for what you guys are doing, and I've got a marketing guy that's doing a lot of stuff, and that's a lot of money spent on when you start adding up, doing social media, geofencing, and all that kind of stuff. People see an ad on Facebook and they're thinking, we just put it on for nothing. We put money behind these. Someone's got $2,000 on them. So yeah, lots and lots of money is spent on doing stuff like that. Of course, we all have, it's so much easier by having social media, and social media is great for the show, but sometimes it can be a bad thing, especially when things get started on there, but other than that, it's exactly good to have, so yeah.
That. And speaking of teams, we have a third co-host, our son, 13-year-old will come. He comes on and asks a couple questions.
And he's a big classic car enthusiast. So
and as you know, he runs Hot Classic Rides. Mm-hmm. So
hey, it's so glad to see young people like that, because how many before it'll die out if not, and so.
And it's wild because with the customized ride, I've built in 3 years a 550,000 follower base between the whole brand. And he's 9 months in with Hot Classic Rides, and he's already at like 84,000 followers. And I think at that point I was probably 60,000. So he's actually ahead of what I've done.
Wow. Well, when I see you at Emerald Coast Cruizin, I want to, when you were talking about your 13-year-old, there's a 14-year-old guy that comes to our show. His granddaddy owned a lot of property and real estate down in Panama City Beach. And when he passed away, he left it to him.
Oh, wow.
The guy he had at my show this past 10 cars there. And I'm not just talking about, he just went and bought cars. This was like the one-of-one Shelby. I mean, this was some nice stuff. The cheapest one out there was probably 150.
Wow.
So, hey, how are you?
Hey, doing good. Hey, Robert. So what's your favorite car?
Good to see you, man. So glad to have y'all, and look forward to having y'all at Panama City Beach this year.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What's your favorite car?
What's my favorite? Well, I love cars. I love Camaros, Vettes, Corvettes, and everything. But I'm a truck guy. I've always had Chevy trucks is my big deal. I'm building right now a 65, which is almost finished, and then I'm working on a 71, which I had to get this show behind me to get home so I can finish these. But my plans were to have one of them at the show this year, but things happened and didn't get to. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm a big truck guy, Chevy truck guy.
Yeah.
What's yours?
My favorite car is 1970 Corvette with Pro Street type.
Oh man, do you have that car?
No, I want it.
Well, hey, keep wanting it. You'll get it.
Oh yeah.
Especially with his Hot Classic Rides brand growing. By the time he gets 16, he'll probably have a couple million followers.
Hey, that'll get you the car.
Yeah. All right, I got my second question. So, what's the most fun part of doing a car show?
What's the most what now?
What's the most fun part of doing a car show?
Fun part, getting to do what you like. What I like is cars, and I have all my life. I started building my first car at 16, and I always had to go to work, but work late at night at the garage. Now I'm working car stuff constantly, and of course I don't get the chance to drive mine sometimes during the show, but no, just being around the cars and doing what I like, that's my favorite part. And people, I love people and friends, and that I can enjoy my cars and be with my friends.
So how do you balance that? Because of course you want the fun within the show, but you got to be business too. So how do you balance that to keep it still fun for you?
Well, we've got some good people, and the car people are really good people. They enjoy values. They still respect each other and care for each other. I mean, you go to some places nowadays, they won't even hold the door open for an old lady, you know, but you don't see that a lot at our show. So they get along with me great and I get along with them great. We don't really have many issues, you know. And the thing is, they'll come and ask me, hey, is it all right if I do this or I do that? And sure, no problem, you know. So, you know, it's a great type of group of people, you know.
Love that. So what should people expect when they come?
Well, this year we're starting on Wednesday with a big party on Wednesday. We'll actually feed people as long as the food lasts. We'll have pizza party out there, but that's at registration. It'll open up at 9 o'clock on that. It's 9 to 3 for the block party, and we'll have a band out there. But now there's also going to be a cruise going on. I won't get to go. I hate it, man. I would love to go cruising, believe you. But anyway, there'll be 2 different cruises. It's a cruise not too far away, and they'll pull out at 9 o'clock for the first cruise, and then the second cruise is at 1 o'clock. The reason we're doing 2 cruises is it's going over to Retroville. It's a classic, custom classic type automotive campground, really neat with custom retro stuff. And but they only have room for X amount, so that's why we decided to divide it. Let some go this way. But then Thursday we've got bands playing. I mean, you can come out and hang out with the vendors, see all kind of cars. And like I said, it's not just catered to one. We're wide open from rat rods to the extreme builds, you know. And then Friday as well, we got music and bands, vendors and everything, and same way Saturday. So, and then of course at night, we just turn you loose because there's plenty to do in Panama City Beach. We used to try to do things at night for people. You don't have to in Panama City Beach. You can go. Some just like to shop. Some like to go to Hammerhead Fred's. Some like to go to Sharky. So, you know, it's just so much to do. Let them be on their own and come back. You know, so yeah, there's going to be a lot to do there.
Yeah, it makes sense. Let the people have the car show at daytime and nighttime family time.
And then I do see a lot of them that go to bed at 7. and I'm kind of one of them after the day at the car show.
So as we end this here, any final words
for me?
Yeah.
Just I'm looking for a big show. We're looking for great weather. We want everybody to have a safe trip. Please come join us. If you've not been, I promise you, read some of the comments at some of the favorite shows people go to. We try to please everybody that we can. And we want you to be happy and have fun. We keep you entertained, and you'll just enjoy our show. Just, you know, and ask some of the people it's been. You know, we just have fun. So y'all be safe and do keep us in mind and join us.
I love that. So, we definitely love having you on the show, and you're welcome to come back anytime.
Well, thank you, Chris. Thank you all so much. And I look forward to seeing both of y'all there. And remind me, I'm going to introduce you to that 14-year-old boy and show you his collection.
That'll be awesome.
Yep. You need to get friends with him.
There we go.
All right. Well, guys, enjoyed it. And I'll see y'all soon next week.
Sounds good.
Okay.